Thank you. Okay, we are live now. The unfortunate thing is that I was not able to set the orientation. It looks like that the orientation that I have set, it's on vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know how the hell that happened. I mean, I did the premiere for the first time, but anyway. So we have a live chat and we have a comment. We have a green screen option. What else do we have there? Nothing. Okay. I'm not going to turn on video on Telegram, but as always, you guys can raise your hand and we can get started. But I am live on YouTube, I mean in terms of video. Okay, anyway, let's get started. I think it is what it is. I don't think I can change the orientation now. If I flip it will just change the camera. Okay, so we have questions here already. How much Ethereum coming down? Right now, I mean, if you look at Ethereum is holding really well onto its area of $3,500. Of course, right now it is sitting at 3,400, but it is too early to say that, okay, we are losing this support area and we are getting bearish or this and that. It is too early to start celebrating for the bearishness. We will, if we lose the $110,000 on Bitcoin, then we will start preparing for the bearish case scenario and we can start celebrating and start saying that, okay, now we are getting bearish and we are going to go down and the downward journey has started. Until and unless we don't see that happening, I don't think that we are ready to say that we are getting bearish and the market is crashing. The only thing that we can say here is that it is becoming really, really questionable, and I'll touch upon that a bit later, or what are we exactly looking at that is of a concern for us. Okay, so that was Ethereum. Hello Shah, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well, brother. Great teaching method. Thank you, brother. I like that fact. Okay. Hey, I love you, man. Do you have any updates on Solana? How far it is going to go this season? I think I have posted a video on Solana, but I'll still state it. We have two levels of support on Solana. One is 142, one is 162, and I think right now it is struggling with the 162 part. It has gone just below 162 as we speak. It went to 159. I mean, these are the crucial support areas for Solana, and I would be concerned about Solana after 142, because then it opens the doors for Solana towards $90 and below. Then we will be talking about it. But up till 142 is an okay retracement when it comes to Solana. Solana is a bleeder. It's a highly volatile, unstable project. That's why people like it, because there is so much volatility in it. It moves a lot. That's why people want to go after a project that crashes dramatically and then it pumps back. When the time comes, they have an opportunity to make money in it. If you are talking about coins like TRX, Pax Gold, BNB, projects like that, they are stable projects. People don't like stable projects. They don't like stability. They don't like stable growth over years. What they like is pump and dump. And I think Solana fits the narrative really well. Okay, now let's look at it. What are the other questions? Let me see if we have questions in Telegram. Just a second. I don't see raised hands. Are there comments on Telegram? Oh, there are. Can we also ask questions here and get answers on YouTube? Yes, Mark, that's how it is. You can ask questions here. I mean, the whole purpose of doing this is for Telegram. YouTube just gets to enjoy the after effects. Okay, where did it go? What was the last comment? We talked about Solana. Have you ever mentioned DGI6930? No, I have not. I will see if it is something interesting. I hope it's not just a meme. By the name of it, it looks like that. What are your thoughts on SU? That's the Telegram question. I think I wrote a really nice piece on it. and I think that I'll revisit it. Something that in relation to Su I have discussed previously. I'll just go and find the dates, so I don't. Actually, I can go to the live chart and find it. I don't need to show it to you, but I can verbally say it to you. I mean, it's not my job to teach here, but it is to discuss. Okay, so Su, when we talk about Su, I'll tell you. So on, this is just a second. So on 27th of March, 2024, 27th of March 2024, Su had a price of $2 and the market cap of Su at that time was $2.56 billion. Similarly, 1 year later, on 16th of April, Su had again the price of $2, same price, but the market cap this time was $6.67 billion. Now, same price, but the market cap is $6.67 billion and previously it was 2.56. This means that now it is an inflation of 260%. So you need 260% more money to push Su back to the $2, and it's not any different price. It's again to the same $2 that you want to go. And I'm going to give you a glimpse of it. I don't think you will understand anyway. But the thing is that Su's inflation is pretty crazy. It is not just 260%, that is just 1 year inflation. Its overall inflation, if I recall it correctly, it is pretty high. It's 300 to 400%. That means that pushing Su is going to be a really big challenge. If you want to push Su to $6, it is going to require a lot of institutions and a lot of whales coming in together and investing in Su, and then after that Su can start its rally. Other than that, it is going to be really challenging. I can show you the starting. I can tell you how many coins at the start of its life Su had, and right now how many coins it has. So at the start of its life, Su had a circulation of 549 million coins. Okay, so the circulation was only 549. What the hell is happening to it? Okay, yeah, 549.26 million coins. As of today, if you look at the circulation is 3.5 billion. Now it's 3.5 billion. At that time it was 500 million something. Let's call it half a billion, okay? So 3.5 billion divided by 0.5, that's a 700% inflation. So for every $1, now you require $7 to move up. And this is nothing new. I talked about Su previously, and don't get me wrong, I've said this previously as well. I am an investor in Su. I am not an investor in Su. I was an investor in Su. We invested in Su last year at 60 cents around 5th August, and we rallied up to $3 with it. Later on, we again this year invested around 1.77. We went up till 3.2. We have done our part with Su, but the thing is that you need to understand, I don't like to sit and marry inflated projects. It is impossible for them to do new all-time highs. Let me put it like that. I will not use the word good. I'll say it is impossible for them to do new all-time highs, because you require 7 times more money to go up. And that's the sad part of it, because your good buddies, influencers, they will draw Fibonacci's and the RSI's or some other indicators that they have found on TradingView, and they will tell you that it will go here, it will go there. They're talking out of their ass. They don't know shit, and that's the sad part of it. The fundamentals of the projects are what decides the future of the project. And I think that this is the major part that people generally miss on, because they don't read. And that is why everyone, after a year, they will be sitting and crying, and they will be saying, why is Su not going up? Anyway, there's too much discussion on Su, but it was asked in my Telegram, so I had to reiterate what had been iterated already. And it was not from a VIP member to begin with, but at least he chatted. Okay, let's see what else is there. Unfortunately, I'm currently, that's William making jokes. Rasha, if we didn't take exit on huddle coins VIP and now holding at a loss, oh my god. Why now would be a good time to DCA? Never do a DCA. This is something I have said previously. I'll say it again. You need to understand that you do DCAs with a strategy, and requirement of DCA requires a lot of understanding of the project or the thing that you're dealing with. DCA is how you make things worse. Again, I'll use my good friend, even though he wouldn't know, but I'm just joking. I mean, it's not a friendship kind of thing to begin with. But anyway, I'm talking about Sailor. So Sailor's entry on Bitcoin was at $8,000, and his DCA has fucked up his entry. Now, after all these purchases, now his average entry is around $65,000. That means that now he cannot fix things easily because he has done so much DCA with so much money that now if he wants to DCA, an accurate DCA, he needs to invest the same amount of money he is invested in. And I'll just Google up and I'll tell you how much. Actually, I have ChatGPT here. In one line, how much money Sailor has in Bitcoin? Because ChatGPT has this bad habit of being gossipy. It writes a lot. When you tell it to make it one line, it shortens it up. Okay, so they have around $46 billion in Bitcoin. So now if he's going to do a DCA, let's say that Bitcoin crashes 50% and it is a good buying opportunity and he wants to do a DCA. Now he needs to invest $46 billion and he doesn't have that. I mean, if he had money, he would be issuing shares every next day. He's trying everything, like coming up with share A, share B, share Y, share Z, all that kind of stuff. So if you are thinking of doing a DCA, think long and hard because DCA can really, really backfire. It is something that can make things worse. We only do DCA if you're using a pyramid that I have designed. I have made a video on it. It's on YouTube and I share it every now and then in VIP. Pyramid DCA is what saves you because what it does is that, I don't know if on close screen it will mute the Telegram, but I'll show it to you visually. What I mean by that is that you have a pyramid structure like this, right? So the top area is small, the bottom area is big, which means that at the top you buy 10%. As you go down, you increase your DCA. So if you love a project and you want to do DCA in it and you're not so sure, you buy 10%, then you buy 20, then you buy how much? You buy 30, and then you buy the remaining. So 10, 20, that's 30, 30 plus 30, that's 60, you're left with 40%. The last purchase is 40%, your first purchase is 10%, that is 400% more than your initial purchase. So even if you bought something at a really, really wrong place, you only invested 10%, but your crazy drop purchase will fix the hell out of it. And that's the beauty of doing a pyramid DCA, but buying something with the regular DCA or irregular entries, that is going to screw everything up. Anyway, let's look at some comments on YouTube before I go to Telegram again. Just a second, where is YouTube? We talked about Solana, DGI. Hi boss, you sound good, thank you. Tracy says, hi Shah, you are the best in business. Thanks Tracy for attending. Maybe local bottom is 3,200. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. I mean, as long as we stay above $3,000, I think that Eric Trump and everybody else who has purchased Ethereum in the wrong place, they can pretty much stay excited and happy. The moment Ethereum breaks $3,000, that is the time everyone will start freaking out. Hi Shah, I hope you're well. Thank you, brother. SGO, I don't see your full name, but thanks for asking. I'm well. There is a lot of noise about Block Street and Dolomite. Any feedback from you? I think there would be noise, but I haven't heard about any of them. Block Street and Dolomite. If it is actual news, not news, you said noise. Let me see what the hell is it. Block Street. Okay, Block Street is a project from 2021 that has crashed 81%. There is a lot of noise, maybe recently started pumping or what? Nope. Or maybe I'm looking at a wrong Block Street then. That is the only thing that I can conclude then. Block Street. Yeah, I think that's just a meme coin that you have seen somewhere and you're just shilling it in the comments. Anyway, I'll ignore that. Let's go back to comments. Let me actually always stay in Telegram. Okay. Hey Shah, I love you, man. Any updates on Solana? I just did Solana update. Pengu, I'm not here to share updates on coins. I'm here to discuss the market. Okay. Pepe update, Tia update. Do you think Wipeout is over? I don't think so. I made a video on 5th of January, which was about financial crisis, and I still hold accordingly. I have shared this previously as well, and I'm sharing it again. We are in a downward trend, but you need to understand that how downward trend works. This is where downward trend starts. When it goes down, it just doesn't sink. It pops up back, but it is always lower than the previous high, and then it takes another deep dive, and then it continues to go down. You're sitting in a bear market. You're not sitting in a bull market. I mean, you guys have seen November, December last year. You have seen how January was. You should know by now how a bull market looks like and how a bear market looks like. I mean, it is becoming a bit tiring to keep on telling people that how can you say this is a bull market? There are no signs of bulls whatsoever. But I think if you are looking at Bitcoin, then it can give you that kind of delusion. But when we talk about crypto, we are not talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is totally funded by ETF. It has a separate journey. It is funded by USD and not USDT or USDC. So there is no link between Bitcoin and the rest of the market anymore. Okay, we have a raised hand on Telegram. You can talk now.
Yeah, Shah. You know your, what do you call it, your admin. Can we get a shout out from them and see who they are? Because we don't even know who they are. And I've been on the group like 3 months.
Admins, don't bring them from shoutouts because I don't want people talking to them in messages.
All right, I see. I understand.
Yeah. Even though I would love to, but I keep my team disconnected from the rest of the club because it leads to a lot of problems, and I have seen it previously. They have a chat among them, and then someone says that I was financially advised by your admins and I have lost money, and I don't want to deal in situations like that. So that's why I keep them away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know who they are because I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, and it helps. It helps. It helps because then people can be less racist. I mean, they already see me as a Shah. They already have a problem with me. But if they don't get to see the admin names, they wouldn't be so judgmental about the signals either. So that helps from that perspective too.
So let's just avoid that situation, right?
Yeah. It's better to call them admins.
All right.
Thank you.
So thank you for accepting my call. Yeah.
No problem at all. Pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah.
There's another one. Ka, you wanted to talk? I have unmuted you. You can talk now. I don't know if it's Ka or Ka. You have to click on the mic and then you will be able to talk.
Hi, Shah. Thank you for the opportunity. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay. That's my abbreviation of my name. It's Amin, actually. But thank you for the opportunity, Shah. You just kind of spoke about the long-term kind of the financial downtrend. Given all the things that are all the tariffs and everything that's being juggled around and all the uncertainty in the markets, what's your short-term outlook like on a quarter-to-quarter basis going into winter and into early spring next year around the whole crypto market situation? Like, where do you think it's headed, or is there any outlook that you can expect to have at all, or we just have to depend on the tantrums that have been thrown around in the market?
I haven't given up on the overall bullishness of last quarter. I am a bit concerned because of August and the Japanese bond situation, because they are having an auction, right? So if that thing backfires and Japan starts Japan starts not starts. I mean, they have started already, and they keep on increasing their interest rate. What is going to happen is that it is going to suck the overall liquidity out of the overall world. A very easy example of that is if I give you an example of a mortgage, okay? So in Canada, if you are getting into a mortgage, you're going to get around 4% of interest rate. Now, that is money on 4%. If you go to a credit card, it's 19%. If you go to a line of credit, it's maybe 12%. Everywhere you go, it's higher. So this is the cheapest form of money that you get, right? Now let's assume this is not mortgage, this is loan. You got this money from the government or the banks, okay? You got, let's say, $1 million. In Japan, they're giving you a return of 8%. You're getting here it at 4. It is only wise not to sit and make money from rent, rather, or do something else with it. Rather, go and invest in Japan. Their currency is right now becoming strong against USD, and at the same time, they're giving you a better return. That is what I mean by sucking liquidity out of it. A lot of people who have billions of dollars, they love making smaller amount of returns because they have $1 billion. I mean, 5% or 10% on $1 billion is crazy amount of money. That's $100 million. And you're doing nothing for it.
Yep, makes sense.
And at the same time, if you have $100 billion, and then 10% is $10 billion, that's pretty much GDP of a lot of countries. And you're getting this from Japan for doing nothing. So the overall situation of getting into, because people used to go to US, that's how USDT is operating right now, or USDC, they go and they buy the US bonds, right? That is their safety game. That is the overall game that they are doing. That's how stable coins operate. It's going to change a bit if Japan starts offering better returns. A lot of people are going to ditch USA for Japan because it makes no financial sense to keep liquidity there. So in a situation like this, I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I'm looking at the Japanese economy. The government in Japan was not able to form a full-fledged controlled government. It's split right now, and the other entity who has joined in, they are pretty much pushing Japan towards that kind of case scenario that I'm talking about. So I think that from here, I'm just going to see how August plays out. August is going to dictate how our last quarter is going to look like. And up till now, I don't see things are that bad. I can still keep my hopes alive that last quarter can go green. But like I said, Japan is the overall trick. If their rates keep on going up, it doesn't matter what everybody else would say. I would assume that we are going to see a crash. And it's going to be really nasty. We saw $1.1 trillion in stock markets yesterday without any solid reasons, right? Imagine when you have a reason, what would the crash look like? So I think that it's going to get really, really interesting, and August is the month that is going to dictate a lot of stuff. People are keeping their hopes for the interest rate cuts. Rate cuts are not going to do anything. That is something I explained in the 5th January 2025 video. We have already seen rate cuts and we have seen zero impact. We saw, I don't know, 3-5 rate cuts back to back, nothing changed. We are dealing with a situation that looks like a stagflation. Stagflation means that you are not able to change anything with your rate cuts in the most simplest manner, if I explain it to you. So that is a good gimmick from political stand. You are giving people new trick, a new hope, a new thing to look at, while behind the scenes, or at least big players, everyone understand that it is not going to make any difference. So even if they do rate cuts in September, it's not going to change anything. I hope I have answered your question.
You did, Shah. Thank you very much. So just a quick follow-up, if I may.
Yes.
Is it going to be a kind of a slow bleed as the Japan increases its interest rates, or is there like a tipping point where you say, okay, 4% is the tipping point, or 5% or 6% is the tipping point? If Japan reaches 6% interest rate, then everybody just floods out and goes over there. And a part two to that, just as a tangential question, the yield percentage. At what point do we need to be concerned about our yield percentage impacting the overall market?
The yield percentage is where you are sitting right now. This is concerning already. So we have reached that concerning point. That is why in VIP I mentioned it, I don't know, a month ago or so, that this is the Japanese story, and this is something that last year a lot of people skipped on it, and all of a sudden all the markets crashed and everyone was like, what happened? And then they found out that for 30 years Japanese government, they had a negative interest rates. Now they have started changing that, and then they realized that, okay, we are fucked. I think this year people have forgotten what happened last year. They thought that it was one kind of, it was a cameo. It was a guest appearance. Someone came and then they went. They forgot that it is actually an economy. It is not going to be like that. It is just the beginning of it. And I think that we are at a concerning point. The tipping point is missing. And it is slow bleed. It is going to be slow bleed. That's the sad part of financial crisis. That is the sad part of a bear market. It is never a crash kind of case scenario. Why? Because people always buy back from crash. They do DCA and they remove the crash. Everyone out there, they pretty much, I mean, most of them would be stuck by now because they are buying since January. So they have made horrible decisions up till now, I'm sure of that. But we still have some time left. So they are going to catch more and more people off guard. I will go and attack World Liberty Finance. World Liberty Finance, they bought Ethereum for $300-400 million. They bought the top. Then when Ethereum crashed, they sold at loss of, I don't know, $200 million or so. They lost money to it, and now they have purchased again. So you can understand how the market is fooling even those who are supposed to be the whales or the smart investors. They are losing left and right as well because this is a slow bleed. It catches people off guard. Two types of people who think they are smart and they do DCA in a wrong place. And the second are the people who think that market is done with the downward trend. Now it is actually going to go up, and then they buy and then they get stuck again. And I think that if the Japanese situation doesn't work out well, it is going to be the second time for World Liberty Finance losing all their money to Ethereum for no good reason. And I think that this time they would reach to 0.4 billion or at least $500 million loss that they could have avoided by not buying or participating in a place that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, all that stuff can play out, but it is a slow bleed because markets, they take away liquidity from all these moon boys who keep on buying. It keeps giving false stops, keeps giving hopes. People keep on buying and it keeps on going down and catching them off guard. As they do DCA, they lose their money. That is the best case scenario for a crisis, because then finally when it is the right place for the market to crash, it crashes. Everyone is looking at the prices. They want to buy, but they have nothing left in their pockets. And that is how the overall case scenario is played. And it's not the first time. Sadly, it's on repeat, but it's the situation of pregnancy. You do remember your last pain, but you get pregnant again. So.
Okay, thank you very much for that insight, Shah.
No problem. Have a good day. I'll go to the next one. Oh, it's you again, Shazul. Then I'll go to YouTube comments. I think that would be rude for not taking the comments. Yes.
You know, the BRICS, they're coming up with a currency. I think it's going to be really soon. Do you think that will destroy the US dollar?
Of course. Of course. China printed $700 billion because when this Japan situation started, US printed, they increased their ceiling by $330 billion in a day. And similarly, that is the same thing that China did. They did, I think, last month, I think, or before that. I posted that in VIP. You can go and check. It was $700 billion. Initially, I thought China is doing it to help the global economy, People keep on talking about the M2, right? They keep on talking about the global liquidity. What they are missing out on is the fact that the global liquidity doesn't dictate that it is going to leave their country, and it doesn't dictate the direction of it. The overall assumption right now is that every liquidity is meant for US, and that is, I think, where people will be caught off guard, and that is where things will go wrong. China printed that for the sake of BRICS and its own stability. And the reason China is using such a strong forefront over the tariffs is because things are not the same the way they used to be 20, 30 years ago. The world economy has changed. Yes, US was the supermarket of the world. Everyone wanted to have a shop in it, but they don't want to do that anymore. I think that now China can pretty much survive without US being the only source of their income. They can pretty much sell it to the rest of the world as well. So I think that BRICS is going to cause a dent, and if they issue the currency in a month, I think that we will have a really good time.
Do you think it's going to be in the near future? Do you think India's on board now as well? Because,
everyone is, believe me, people are tired of the USD dominance. Because it has lived way too long. There was I wrote an article on it, I think in 2021. It was about the life of every currency. I don't recall it correctly, I have to go and dig it up, but I think every currency that has lived, they had a tenure. I don't know, 70 years or 100 years. US has completed that time period, and every other currency, they had died by this time. So USD has survived longer than what we would have wanted, but I don't think it is going to kill USD just like that. But I think the downtrend will start. Let's put it like that.
Do you think they're going to come up with their own stock market and with their own currency?
They already have stock markets. They don't need to come up with the stock markets. There are world stock markets. It's just that the US stock market is the biggest stock market of the world. Because, like I said, it's the shopping mall, right? Everyone has a shop there. And things are going to change a bit. Like, numbers matter a lot. If you talk about number of billionaires, highest number of billionaires, you have that in China, not in USA. But if you talk about the total wealth of billionaires combined, a single USA is bigger than the rest of the world. USA alone, I think billionaires, they go up to $5.6 trillion. And if you combine India, Russia, China, and every other country that has billionaires, you combine their money together, it still doesn't make up to US. So that is the thing that will change in the overall world economy. But I think that is it's a very larger discussion than crypto. So coming back to crypto, your point is just around BRICS and Japan. Just look at Japan, and I'm going to, you are in VIP, I'm going to post it there anyway. And of course, I'll go and keep my eyes on BRICS as well.
One more question, Shah. Like everyone in UK, a lot of people are moving to Dubai, right? Because of the taxes are very low.
Yeah.
Is it wiser to move to Japan or Dubai?
Everyone is moving to Dubai. Sorry?
Yeah, from UK, a lot of people are moving because their taxes are much lower than UK.
Yeah, but that's nothing new. I had a business friend, he went from UK to Singapore. He cried when he went there, and he said that when I was in UK, all the money that I made, it went to my staff. All the money that I made went to my employees. I was making shit. And not only that, he said, I was living in London, the roads were blocked, the weather is horrible. I was living a shitty life and making no money. So you're talking about a switch from a horrible environment, physically and also financially, to a better place. I think that if you go to Singapore, Dubai, in those days, Singapore was the go-to place. Now Dubai makes sense. It's hot, but it's air conditioned everywhere, right? And at the same time, you don't get to see the rain. For people like me, rain is horrible, and it rains there all the time. So I think that leaving UK, you have way more reasons, not just tax.
Oh, I see. That would be better.
Yeah, that would be. unless you are leveraging the economy in your favor, like you have purchased 5 homes now, and then what you do is that you register a company, you list all those 5 homes under it, and then what you do is that you start buying 40 units buildings, and you start upping your game, and you want to buy 400 doors or 400 properties by 15 years, then economies like US, Canada, UK, they help you a lot. Leverage over here is crazy, but you don't get that kind of stuff in Dubai.
I have only one property. I'm thinking about renting that out and moving.
It's a good decision,
So,
brother.
like,
Don't think twice.
Because I can live on the rent anywhere in the world. It's so
Yeah.
high rent here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking about doing that.
It's a good decision, brother. You'll live a way better life.
Oh,
Yeah, and if I have to,
Thank you.
if I had to move, I would go to India, but that's my personal preference.
India, Bangladesh, they're very dirty countries.
I know, but there are cities that are clean. They have a city called Gurugram. Its name is inspired from Instagram. Every office of a big brand is there. You have Microsoft, Facebook, Bank of America. Everything is there. They are digital to the next level. But I see your point. But I mean, it's all about picking the location. The reason is that you can live like a king over there with your rent income. Dubai will be a struggle a bit.
I don't mean in a racist way. I'm Bengali myself, but
No, I know.
think it's very dirty.
I have Bengali students in UK. Believe me, they own restaurants. Actually, one of his uncles, he has 45 branches in all UK. He has a big restaurant chain.
I've been to Bangladesh a few times. I even went to India once, crossed the border, and it's really dirty.
Yeah.
Really dirty. People live there.
Yeah,
It looks disgusting.
it's overly populated and the GDP is low. I mean, that is there. Like I said, it's about the location part. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. It was pleasure speaking with you. Okay, let's take YouTube comments. And before that, sorry, do you want something from me?
Oh, no.
All good?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, what do you think about WIF? It's a meme coin. I mean, what is there to think? Do you think absolutely need capitulation move? Do you think we absolutely need a capitulation move? I'm sorry, I think I'm struggling with this word. I don't know what it means. What do you think of Manta price target? I have to check it up. When should buy cake for Q1 2026? If you want to buy cake, I think that cake coin, whenever you see it in crashes, that is the time go for cake. Anywhere when it is close to $1 is always a good entry for cake. Cake has turned into a deflationary coin, which means that it is losing its inflation. It was super inflated previously. Now they're fixing it. They have a mechanism in place and it is working. I'm looking at it from previous, I don't know, 9 months, 10 months. It's my cat. You can see him, so you would know who is screaming. Yeah, so cake closer to $1 is good. Buying it at current prices is not a good idea. Please pre-market meme coin like 2021 Dogecoin. I think if you go after any meme coin, it is going to be a gamble. Meme coins are always gambles. You're playing a casino. They are not altcoins where you can look at the theme, you can look at the utility, and you can conclude that what kind of future it will hold. So altcoins, they are more sensible investments. At least you can evaluate. Of course, if you don't know how to evaluate, then you're playing a gamble over there as well. I mean, that goes down to the basics of investing. If you don't understand what you're investing in, then you are pretty much gambling. Okay, XRP and Dodge, I have videos on it. You can watch that. I mean, they are 2 days old, 1 day old actually. Do you believe crypto will disappear? I don't think so. I mean, I have major part of my life is around crypto. I don't think it is going to disappear. That's why I do crypto. Do you know about Pi was designed by the global elite to replace fiat money? My God, you still believe in that bullshit? What do you think crypto is? Why do you think crypto is down right now? I think you should be asking questions. Why was it up before? You're sitting in bear market. It only makes sense. Overall, world economy is in struggle. Go around. I mean, I go out late at night. I use Uber. I ask people. They are in Uber from 2 years. They are jobless. They're looking for jobs. People are in their struggle phase. Look at any kind of metric. You don't see anything good. So why should the market not be down to begin with? Sabiha says, will the market go down further? I think I spoke about that quite a bit. You can watch that. I mean, you might have watched, you might have been listening. When does the bleeding stop? Bleeding will stop when the markets will crash. We need a horrible crash, something like we saw after 2019 in 2020. We need that kind of crash. We went to, I mean, not on the same prices. I'm not talking about going to $3,000 on Bitcoin and $130 on Ethereum. I'm talking about a horrible crash. Okay, Mary, you have raised your hand. You're talking after a very long time, so I'll take you first. Yes, go ahead, Mary.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
I'm good, Mary. How are you doing?
I'm good. Sean, I'm still trying to get on Maxi from the US.
Okay.
So I've gotten my Powell ID and everything. Everything is like set up. You know, I'm just trying to get money in there. And I know your bot is down for now, so I've been researching another way.
Yeah.
And so what do you think about buying XMR on just like on Kraken or where, you know, a respectable exchange, and then withdraw it to my Monero wallet, and then send XMR to Maxi? Do you think that'll work without me being detected?
That's a very smart move. XMR is known for its privacy. I would go and check if their privacy is still intact. That is one of the best methods of doing things. I mean, of course, the best test is always to do things like when I was doing it with my bot, because it totally eradicates. You cannot find anything, right? But
Right.
XMR, Monero, is in this space for a very long time, just like TurboCash. Monero is known for its privacy. I just need to go and double check, but to answer your question, yes. You can send it to that wallet and then send it to your Maxi and then use it. Always use VPNs, always. And Maxi, keep it on your Palau ID and try to use an email that is not attached to your Gmail.
Okay.
Because
So
because Gmail takes your phone number as well, right? So it kills the purpose.
Yeah, I got a Proton one, but it asked me for another email, so I connected my Proton to my Gmail.
That's smart.
Is that no good?
Yeah, no, that's good. No one is going to
Okay.
dig that much deeper into you. Yeah, you don't have $100 million, so no one is going to go that far.
I barely have 100. So one more question. Do you think your bot's going to be up soon?
Yeah, actually, I think it should be up this weekend. So today is Saturday.
Okay.
I think hopefully by tomorrow I'll have my bot up again. I had to do an audit on the code and everything. I had to just triple check everything because I didn't want to be in a situation where there's a leak and I'm not seeing it. So I had to be thorough, but I think it should be up this weekend.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Sean. And I want to thank some of the members that you had that private messaged me that helped me out. I just want to send a little shout out and thank them. They know who they are. Yeah,
they are really nice. And Sophie told me that you guys talk behind my back.
We talk about how brilliant you are. I found you on the first video I saw was on YouTube, the crash video, and that's how I found you.
At least you found me through a good video.
Yeah, and then I saw you on TikTok, and then I found you on Telegram. I didn't know you were on Telegram for a while, but I'm glad I finally found you, and hopefully this journey will be a good journey for me. I'm sure it will be.
I hope so. I hope so too. Thank you so much, Mary. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Pleasure.
Okay, now I'll take Telegram comments. There's so many. Just a second, then I'll get back to you guys on YouTube. Just give me a second. Okay. thoughts on Sol? Hi Shah, you think this month can we have another list of coins for hodl? I always like to share hodl coins. I mean, I'm known for my hodls, at least from 2021. I will actually share a picture of my 2021 hodls. So I will share it if the market allows. If I see that market is in a good place for me to share a hodl, I will. Otherwise, if I share a hodl, it's only going to lead to a disaster. Can you share some update on your project Intelite Heaven bot? I just spoke about it. I think the bot will be live till tomorrow. If it doesn't, then I'll take Monday off and then I'll still make sure that it is live. Because the audit came back and it came clean. They didn't find any issues. And what I had assumed was actually the reason. It was the wallet, not the code. So can SU go back up to 3.9 or what do you think the price going? We discussed SU, what would be better, investing in Solana or Doge. Current scenarios is built on Sol. What would be better, investing in Solana or Doge? If I have to pick, I mean, I wouldn't invest in either of them, but if I'm forced to pick one, I think it depends on how long. If you're talking about investing in it for a longer period of time, like for 4 years, I would go with Doge. Doge would be more stable than Solana over a longer period of time. I mean, what you have seen with $2.60 to $8, that kind of thing can always happen with Solana, unfortunately. But when we talk about Dogecoin, it's always calm around 7-8 cents. So when Doge will start bleeding, it will pretty much stop there. I'm looking for the man who said Bangladesh is a dirty country. Okay, is it too risky to short? Yeah, I think shorting now is a bit risky. Hook me up with the botcha. I will. Hey brother, what are your thoughts on EXVG coin? EXVG, I'm investing. I invested the money that I can afford to lose. It's a very long shot. They're still developing, but like you can see, it is as down as possible. But I think it's not in their control. You need to understand that at the end of the day, it's always the community that decides the future of a coin. I think up till now, I'm down on EXVG with $10,000. I have like $12,000 or $13,000 in that coin. It's just for the sake of it. I see them working, they're developing, and I hope someday it will wake up and maybe it will move. But they can't do much. It's listed on one of the most famous exchanges, Bybit. It is listed on Maxi. It has a market cap of $112,000. I mean, they are developing and they have everything that you can ask for. Still, it is struggling. That just shows you that founders of a project can't do much. At the end of the day, it's always the community, and that's where EXVG is unfortunately struggling. Okay, I'll now take YouTube comments. Sorry guys to keep you waiting. Okay, so you explained capitulation is a big drop candle. Yeah, that can happen. But what was your initial question around capitulation? Were you asking for it in? Do you think we absolutely need a capitulation move? Yes. We 100% need that move. Without that, I don't think the markets will get any better. Things will stay horrible. So the sudden drop that you explained, that is what we need. Okay, please, is there pre-market? Okay, we discussed that. Will market go down further? We talked about that too. Harry Arora says, so much wisdom, stay blessed, Shah. Thank you so much, brother. Thanks for listening. What percentage will you give Bitcoin to go below 110? Oh, I'll give it 90%. I mean, 110 is not some solid support level that Bitcoin cannot go below. It can go, I mean, if you give me time, it will go 100%. It would have been a challenge if you had asked me what would be the percentage of it going below $74,000. Then I would have sat down and thought about it a bit. But 110, it's a no-brainer. Is SQD a good buy? At 14, I've made a video on it. Please watch that. I've discussed its fundamentals and really in depth. Okay, you are the best TA analyst. Thank you so much. SEC update. You seemed bullish the other day on X. Has your perspective changed? Just for the record, I don't use my social networks. I don't post out on them. I am only in Telegram, in the free Telegram I have and the paid one. That is where I talk. So if you're seeing me on Twitter or somewhere else, it's always my staff that posts. So you can see them saying Dogecoin going to $1 or XRP going to $100. It helps. I mean, the reason I'm seeing your comment right now, it shows that I'm getting traction and followers because people follow bullish people. Moon boys, they give them motivation. Bitcoin to $300,000, Solana to $1,000. When you talk stupid like that, it brings a lot of followers. And unfortunately, I can't do that. That's why I have hired someone to talk like that. So just to give you a bit of perspective. Okay, Shah, thoughts on ICE? ICE video is coming tonight, so wait for that. Greedy, I don't know. I have to look it up. Maybe we have 9 minutes left. My God, I have to so many comments here. I have to just skim through. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Alt season cancelled or not? There was no alt season. I don't know why would you think there is one. Short CRO. I think CRO video is tonight as well. I make videos around 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. New York time. Is there any pre-market, short liquid? Shiba will make people multimillionaire. Thank you for saying that. I was missing Shiba Army. This kind of nonsense, it used to be there in 2021 and then it vanished, and then I made a video on it the other day where is the Shiba Army, and now there it is. I'm glad you guys are still alive, and Shiba to $1. What is the summary of the current market and where we can go from here? I've discussed that in depth already. Any Juan new got news with my God, that's difficult to read. Trump will be pissed about this move. I know. Hello Shah, you were right about Pepe. It's below 0.0001 now. I mean, always give things time. I have a quote, in the end I always win, and it's always true. Yes, Jonas, you can talk now. Yeah, I'll take your call and you will be the last call, and then I think we will end. You have to click on mic, Jonas.
Hi bro, how are you doing?
All good, all good.
Good. Nice to hear you. I have a question, brother. I have bought Sui, C, and Solana. I took,
Your volume is too low.
Oh, just a minute. You hear me better?
Yes.
I have bought these coins in like 5x leverage. Sui, C, and I had also Ethereum. I closed it and lost, and Link. And now I am in 3K red. Should I hold it and just fund it and hold it to recover, or I close it?
It depends on your entries, and that's a very, very tricky thing to do. You do know what 5x means, right? Your liquidation is on how much percentage?
Yeah.
It's on 20%, right?
It's no. It's not that risky like other people doing. It's a cross margin. I have 5x, but it's not that bad.
But do you have any short open?
No.
Yeah, so the cross is not going to help you.
No. I just extra. I just opened extra sell with Ethereum. Yesterday I opened the edge and then I closed it because many people saying it's the time to bounce, and I closed it. In the morning when I up, So it was a little bit, and then I closed it, and now it's going down again.
Yeah. I think that now opening a hedge is not going to help either. If you had kept that hedge open, it would have helped you, because the overall situation, the only good situation that could have saved you was that if you had a hedge, then at least your hedge would have lengthened your life, because you were in a cross mode, right? But in this place, I recommend you not to add margins and not to do anything else. If it goes down to liquidation, let go of that money, unfortunately. But if you're going to add more money and do other things to fix it, you're going to lose that part of money as well.
More.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Ethereum? How far it will go down?
Yeah, it can go down. It can always go down to 1300 or 800. The thing is that there is no bottom to it when it comes to financial situations. We talked about this overall Japan situation, right? And then someone pointed out that BRICS is planning on launching the coin this in a month or so. So if they're going to do that as well, that pretty much justifies the situation of China printing $700 billion, right? I mean, they're not printing US dollars, they're printing their own currency, but I'm talking in dollar terms. So the overall situation, it really depends on how August plays out. So I cannot tell you that, it's going to get really, really horrible, because I am also waiting for Japan to see how the auctions go. And that is what is going to dictate. So the only thing that I can tell you is that as you have opened trade already, don't add more to it. Don't lose the remaining money you have. What you have open, just let it be. Otherwise, the only other option that you can do is take a loss now and then let go of it. And never open trades without a stop loss. Why you don't have a stop loss?
Because many times it hit the same support, and I was just thinking many people saying its correction is coming. And when I saw also your calls, and then it confirmed the call when I bought it and say, okay, I'm holding, it's going up.
Yeah, but we always use stop loss for a reason.
Yeah, because I already had opened before.
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't put the stop loss, if I put the stop loss, so it will also close the others. And that's why I just added to decrease the average. That's why I added, and I didn't put the stop loss. I was just thinking if it's coming faster to the entry, then I will close it. But this time it didn't come.
It didn't. It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Just follow what I said, okay? And that's pretty much it, because Harry posted.
So
I think
there's no correction. It's the sell market has started and it's going down.
Yeah. It's not 100% that we are going down, because there are different levels where it will react to. So you cannot just sit here and say that now markets are going to go down. I talked about down on 5th of January 2025, right? And we are in August. So we are going down from that. We are going down from that time. So the down is still going on. So you cannot just say, is it ending or is it not? It is going to go down, but it is going to take time. In your case scenario, you really have two options. One, you risk your account with whatever funds you have and let it be. Just don't add more. Or the second thing you can do is take the loss and don't ever enter without a stop loss. Okay.
Okay, but what about, I have also some spots. Should I close it? Because if it's going down,
no, spot. You don't touch it. Spot, when you are in loss, you keep on holding. Spot we have discussed in the past as well. Spot works as a punishment and a reminder that you should not enter markets in wrong places. And you are in VIP. Why you didn't close? I mean, I posted the other day, I'm closing everything for July, and you are still stuck like that.
I missed some messages, but the January video, I didn't see it. And later on,
No, the July post that I posted, where the hell is it? Just a second, okay? I posted that thing on 27th of July, 29th of July.
you see the end of July, the trades.
Yeah, on 29th of July, I said as July is coming to an end, we will be taking full exit, as I don't want to put bets on August, even if it is green. So,
I was brainwashed because I had holding spots and people say it's correction and it's going top again. And
following a lot of influencers can really backfire. You really need to make a decision. Otherwise, you will be listening to everyone and then you will be paralyzed by this overall information.
I know. It's a lot of information. They mix up everything.
Yeah.
And mess up.
Anyway, brother, I will now go.
Thank you.
We have run out of 1 hour.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you, everyone, for joining the live as well on YouTube. And best of luck to you guys. I spent 1 hour. I'll see you guys next week. You guys take care, and I wish you a great time. Bye.